What's good, YouTube? Dom, Steven Sports Cards here, back with another video. This time I'm on camera. So I thought with the topic of today's video, showing my face would be beneficial because for those of you that are going to the National, I wanted you guys to be able to match a face to the name Steven Sports Cards. You've seen me subscribing, commenting on your videos more, interacting more in the community, making videos. So I wanted to put a face to the name. I was very inspired by Hobbypalooza. I watched tons of your guys' like hangouts and live streams and interviews and podcasts. But all the great videos and live streams that were on Hobbypalooza from Bench Clear, big props to you guys. All in one place this year. Super helpful. And the fact that there was a great array of collectors from different interests really made it exciting and not feel too repetitive. So I had a really great time in the comment sections, getting to know a lot of you guys and commenting. It was really awesome. Mike, baseball collector, big props to you, especially for being the admin of the entire thing, keeping track of all the super chats, popping in, being helpful, making sure everything ran smoothly. Big props to you, brother. I'm excited to meet you at the National and all the other great collectors in this community. During the kickoff episode of Hobbypalooza, I got the trivia question right from Jeff from Panini, and I won a box that he gave this canvas with a nice note on the back. Thank you, Jeff. You can follow him at Pack Geek, but subscribe to his podcast, the Going Direct podcast for Panini. He's involved with that, and they make a lot of great cards for football and basketball, and their baseball cards are actually really nice too. So wanted to shout out Jeff for his generosity giving that box away. Mike and Ty did not know he was giving away another box like that, and I'm very blessed to have one. So getting into the National, it's going to be my first National. 23 years old. I've been collecting for over 10 years. And it's something that's been on my bucket list for a long time. As soon as I found out it was a thing, I was like, how can I get there? Didn't really have the means to travel when I was a kid by myself. And it's a lot of money, a lot of time. So the National, I get that there's a lot of people that haven't went for those reasons. There's a lot of people that can't go this year for those reasons. But even as someone that hasn't went, I know I'm not going to regret it. That's when I was going to buy the hotel and plan everything out. I was a little hesitant. But as soon as I was like talking to myself, saying, you're going to regret this if you don't go. This is something you've been wanting to do. This is a place that you will love with a lot of people that love the same thing. Like, how can that be a bad time? So I'm really excited for the National. I know that it's in beautiful New Jersey. I know that we're in a recession. I know there's a lot of different factors out there, but I'm going to make the most of it. I try to be glass half full with a lot of things, and I'm really excited to meet a lot of you and hopefully add a lot of cool stuff to my collection. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to get into my wish list. So the first thing on my wish list, I just kind of did like a top 5. My Frank Robinson Topps run. So the only Topps run I've ever completed is Carl Yastrzemski. You've heard me talk about him on my videos before. Greatest living Red Sox. The player that got me into vintage cards. All-time great. Frank Robinson is very comparable career-wise. If he didn't break down the managerial color border that was going on, I think he would have 3,000 hits. He has 586 career home runs, which is a lot of home runs for the era he played in. He has a Rookie of the Year, All-Star MVP, is the only player in history to win the MVP in each league. He has a World Series MVP, a couple World Series rings, Manager of the Year, Presidential Medal of Freedom. He was a manager, and then he was a scout and a person in the front office. He eats, slept, and lived baseball. Amazing career. really overshadowed in the vintage hobby. I have his rookie card. I have some of the bigger 50s cards. But the 6 that I don't have is the 1960 Topps, the 61, the 63, 66, which is his Triple Crown year. I wish it was a better card. I typically, when I see no cap cards, like the 61 Mays, I typically just will not buy it unless I get it at a steal. But because I'm doing this Topps run, I have to have it. 1970 and 71 in an Orioles uni, he's a high number in both those sets. I don't care about the grade. They don't even pack fresh. But I just want nice centered examples of each card. And I'm hoping that out of the 6 I need, I can at least bang off half of them. They'll be in the $15 to $30 range, I would assume, for most of them. Maybe a little bit more on a couple of the early 60s. But whether they're PSA, SGC graded, BVG, raw, it doesn't matter to me. I just want a nice example of these 6 cards for the collection. So Frank Robinson, someone that's overshadowed, I think even by his last name. Jackie Robinson broke down the color barrier as a player for guys like Frank Robinson to come after him. And I understand why when you think Robinson in baseball, Jackie Robinson has his number retired across the game, larger than life, played in Brooklyn, so a pretty big market at the time. I get why Jackie Robinson is more popular. Frank Robinson, arguably a better player, but I get it. Then he moves over to Baltimore, and there's Brooks Robinson. So this man has the most popular last name in the Hall of Fame. Brooks Robinson was the golden boy for the Orioles. Human vacuum cleaner. He was a great player in his own right, played his entire career with one team. The media loved him. The clubhouse loved him. Frank Robinson was kind of aloof with the media. He wasn't a big personality. He kind of just played baseball, and he played hard. So sliding into the bases, he would hurt some people and do everything he could to win. So Frank Robinson kind of gets overshadowed, not just because of his lack of personality, but by his own last name and kind of just the era he played in when there was a ton of larger-than-life superstars like Aaron and Mays and Mantle. He just kind of gets overshadowed. Going into number 4, making content. So my favorite part of the National in years past when I haven't been able to go is watching all your guys' amazing content. I love seeing the show floor, all the amazing setups and memorabilia that's there. It's like a museum. Running into YouTubers on the show floor was always a super fun cameo to see you guys in your natural habitat at a show, looking through value boxes, making big card purchases, etc. And all the meet and greets and get-togethers after the show in hotel rooms and bars, etc. It really just helped me feel like I was there with you guys. And I think that's really important for the people that have never went or could not go this year, is to kind of just have a way to vicariously experience this show without being there. And I think the best way to do that is through daily pickups and thoughts. I think that having each day recapped instead of waiting till the end to recap it will be a better encompassment of everything that goes down. I think that having my reactions to day 1, my pickups, who I ran into, my thoughts for each day will really help encompass and have everybody accounted for that I ran into. I feel like the people that do the recaps end up missing a lot of things, and it's because when you're living in the moment, it's hard when you go a week later, a couple days later, and try to recap everything from memory. I think that if you do it day by day, you'll get a better documentation of the event itself. So I think that that'll be really cool to document every day for you guys and kind of just give you 10 to 30 minutes of me talking about what I picked up and what I liked, what I learned, who I met. I think that'll be a better encompassment for the people at home. And it'll also give the people at home more to watch. There's going to be a ton of content around this show. It is the biggest show in the world. And I'm excited that even though there's less people coming, I guess, in some places from the West Coast and everything, I get that's a tough travel. It's the closest national to me. So I'm going to give the people that can't go some more content to watch. Even if it's something that is similar to what they watched before, I'm going to try to make it my own. For those of you that aren't going to the show, if there's any specific things that you're looking for or want to see on camera, please leave it in the comments below, and I will try to incorporate it into the video I take at the show. I will have my portable charger on me, so my phone is not going to die while I'm at the show. Whether I'm checking eBay comps, texting people, taking video, it's not going to die on me. So let me know what kinds of things you want to see, and I'll try to get video of it while I'm at the show. Look out for it. I think it's going to be really cool making content at the show, just living in the moment while I'm there as much as possible, but being able to document it so people like me that have always wanted to go will have even more reason to go. Seeing someone going for the first time and having the positive experience, I think will be really good for the hobby. And it's a big part of the reason that I've wanted to go so bad every year more and more is seeing all your great content and positive thoughts about it. Miscellaneous Hall of Fame pieces. So I put aside part of my budget just for things that catch my eye. I'm not a super dedicated collector. Like I've said before, the only Topps run I ever did was Carl Yastrzemski. I don't really collect sets. I'm someone that will kind of just see a card that I don't have of a Hall of Famer that I like, and I'll pick it up if it's the right price. So whether it's value box hunting, or in this case, like a 1933 Tattoo Orbit Al Simmons, that's a card I've wanted for a long time. Just having a Hall of Famer in that amazing set would be awesome. Cal Ripken Jr. is on my short list of autographs. Getting an autographed baseball or an autographed item of his would be really cool. I like getting new Hall of Fame autographs when I can of guys that I like. 3000 Hit Club especially. Bill Mazeroski, the 58 Hires Root Beer. You guys know from my videos, I love the oversized stuff. I love the oddball stuff. Food and beverage with the tab. Bill Mazeroski is the cheapest Hall of Famer in that set. Gets really expensive when you start talking about Mays and stuff. But Bill Mazeroski, a Hall of Famer with the tab, if I can get that PSA graded or not, be a great piece to add to the PC. Through Lou Rock TV's videos, been interacting with you a lot, man. I hope you check this out. I saw a ton of great responses with amazing, sometimes 3 or 4 different colored patches of Hall of Famers. So getting a Carl Yastrzemski or a different Hall of Famer with a really nasty patch on it, 2, 3 colors, I think would be really awesome for the PC. It's something that I'm missing. I have a lot of white jersey, gray jersey, pinstripe, but not a lot that's like a patch. So I'd love to get a card or 2 like that for the PC. I think it'd be really filling a need in the collection. And then McFarlane's. I know a lot of you don't collect things like McFarlane's, but I think they're super detailed, more so than the starting lineups. And the fact that they remind me of my childhood playing baseball games in the early to mid 2000s, they look like better versions of the baseball characters themselves. So being able to get those without paying for tax and shipping online, I think could be a really nice buying opportunity for me. I have about 15 in my collection right now. So getting Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers like Albert Pujols for my McFarlane PC, I think it might be a smart time to buy them because there won't be a super high demand, and being able to save the tax and shipping and the seller save the fees, I think it could be really good. So those, I might try to pick out a couple of them while I'm there. McFarlane's are great pieces. I think that they're just great to display in and outside of the box. So really happy about those and think that those could be a sneaky buying opportunity for me. Meeting the community. And you see there's not a 2 next to it because it's basically 1A. Meeting the community is a big part of the reason why I got on YouTube. Through my friend, Brian B. Roth 6, I met him through his Card Soup YouTube Facebook group and his YouTube channel, obviously. He is such a great guy, and I know he's going to the show. I'm going to meet him there. We're definitely getting a picture together. I'm going to walk the show floor a little bit. I'm super excited to meet you, man. There's just so many positive people in this community, and being able to meet them, whether it's through him or just by running into you guys at the show and at the meet and greet, I'm just super excited to interact and meet with you guys. Eric Those Back Pages says it best. When you step foot into the convention center, there's 1,000 people that know what you're talking about. It's insane, but it's true. And it's something that I don't really have at home. There's not a ton of people that really get why I collect cards, and having this positive like reinforcement, I guess, from all you guys has been really good for me, and meeting you guys is going to be awesome. Super excited to just talk about life, talk about cards, share stories, network, meet you guys. It's a big part of the reason that I wanted to go to the show. Even before I was making content, I was hoping that if I get to go one day, I could run into you guys. So super happy to be part of this community. Really excited to meet more of you guys. If you're going to the National, leave a comment below. Let me know what you're looking for at the show. And I'll love to help keep an eye out for you. If we're looking for similar things, hey, it's fine. A little competition ain't hurt nobody. But I'm super excited to talk to you guys, and really excited to finally experience the National. You guys call it a family reunion. I'm happy to be part of the family. Finally, Dom's National Infinity Gauntlet. So for those of you that watch the Marvel movies, you understand how powerful and hard to get these stones are. And these are the 6 Hall of Fame rookie cards that I still don't have, and I think I have to get in the next year or so. They're just very affordable, and I think they're going to go nowhere but up, despite the recession. The guy I have in the middle is Al Kaline. That 1954 top set is becoming more and more iconic. There's never a bad time to buy a Hank Aaron rookie. That card has began to get out of my price range, even in the authentic or one category. Ernie Banks' card has seen a nice spike recently. It's been slowly going up more and more. And Kaline's has stayed kind of the same. And I don't get that. Al Kaline and Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, Mr. Tiger, respectively, both had very good careers. I know Banks won multiple MVPs and has more home runs. Kaline was the youngest batting champion in MLB history. He has 3,000 hits. He won a World Series. So there's a give and a take there. But the difference between Banks and Kaline's prices, it makes no sense to me, especially when I just think the Kaline card is objectively nicer. I like the red. It pops a lot more than the white. And I think that Al Kaline's card is just going to continue to see a rise as the Banks does. It's just going to be the probabilities of it. As if the Banks card goes back up, people are going to start buying up the Kaline, and then the Kaline card is going to go up as that set just gets older and more popular. So he's probably number one here out of priorities, but any of the other ones to get with him would be really cool. Reggie Jackson, probably the most popular player left because he played for the Yankees, had a big personality, but his 69, as though it's gotten expensive, is still very affordable. I think that getting these cards, probably anywhere between like a 1 and a 3.5, maybe a 4, is probably in my price range. But Reggie Jackson, great career, great looking card. Lou Brock and I share a birthday. His 62 Topps card, really nice. It's tough with the wood borders, but getting a nice example of that could be really cool for my collection. Harmon Killebrew has kind of the same effect as Al Kaline, where he's in a set with Clemente and Koufax, and he kind of gets overshadowed and overlooked, but I think his card will slowly but surely rise because of it, just being in a popular set like that with a lot of great color. So Harmon Killebrew, 500 home run club. Think that someone you should be buying if you don't have it. And Ken Boyer, who's in that same set, his rookie card. As the era committees continue to change, it might be harder for Ken Boyer to get in, but if the writers decide it's Ken Boyer's time, you're going to want to have that 55 Topps already in your collection, and it's pretty affordable right now. Mike Schmidt and Johnny Bench, they're on the daunted multiplayer rookie cards. They're not as popular initially, but these two guys are objectively the best third baseman and catcher to ever put on a uniform. They are two inner circle baseball good Hall of Famers. Just right now, they're just hobby okay. The fact that you can get an affordable, nice copy of their rookie cards for under $200, to me, is a steal. The fact that I don't have them is kind of surprising. But they're two cards that are on my radar heavily, and I'm hoping to pick them up in the near future, whether it's at the show or not. These are the 6 ones that I'm going to be targeting in the next year or so, starting with this National. I think the National is when I'm going to pick up my first one of these 6, hopefully 2 of these 6. If the deals are right, maybe 3 of these 6. But the National, is going to have a ton of selection for me with these cards. I'm going to see a lot of them there. I'm going to be able to avoid eBay fees and taxes and shipping. The seller's going to be able to avoid the fees and get a good price. So I'm excited about that. It's going to be an amazing show. Appreciate everyone that stuck around this long. I think that we're going to have an amazing time in Atlantic City. For those of you that are going, please comment below. I can't wait to meet all of you. For those of you that aren't going, just another reminder, if there's something you want to see particularly, leave a comment and I'll try to videotape it while I'm there at the show. It's only a few weeks away. Time's flying. Soon enough, we'll be there. Appreciate you guys. As always, have a blessed weekend. Peace.